So a question I just want to ask you about, and because of my work in the men's space, this is something that does come up so much. And a lot of men that I'm speaking to, they have a great deal of shame around sex, around lovemaking, and that is due to pornography addictions and their relationship with pornography. So as I mentioned in the course, one of the agreements that all the men make in the container is to not watch pornography. And so it's obviously it's more of a problem, I guess, for my generation, although probably not even really. I mean, it's
Everyone,
so
everyone.
accessible. Yeah, exactly. So if you could just speak on why it is so problematic to be watching and particularly to be ejaculating to pornography, and then maybe suggesting some measures that men can start to take control of this very oppressive force in their lives, and it absolutely crushes relationships. You know, from my own experience with partners in the past, to tell a partner that you watch pornography can be incredibly traumatic for them, and it's such a part of most men's daily lives, and it always hangs in the shadow, but the energy always lingers, and there's always awareness of it. So could you speak on that, please?
Yeah, sure, David. And I think you're spot on. You've started when you started framing that, you used the word shame. And I think that's a big part of it. So most men, I think, when they watch pornography, feel shame when they do, or guilt when they do, or at least afterwards. Um,
Mm.
so it just strengthens the whole shame thing. So first we had the church creating guilt and shame. If I say church, religion, generally speaking, almost all religions. And now that we have pornography doing the same. So what's happening is then you know the next, if you watch porn and you ejaculate, and we know in pornography it's all about the money shot, the ejaculation shot, the cum shot, and it's best if it's in the face of this woman or two, three women. So that's how we all now being taught this is the best thing. Then we watch pornography and we ejaculate on that space, and then afterwards there is this shameful feeling and guilt feeling. That energy follows you into the next day. So the next day you walk in the street, you're out in a coffee shop, you're out in the real world, and that energy still
Mm.
sits on you. It sits in your energetic field, it sits in your aura, it just sits in your brain because you're feeling this in your heart. It sits everywhere. So now you're interacting with women, and women feel that. So just that is already a disconnect. And you often even don't connect with the woman because now you ejaculated last night, you had this relationship with your screen babe, as I call it. Now, the next day you see this beautiful girl, there's no incentive for you to talk to her. Now, if it wasn't for porn, you didn't ejaculate, maybe you would be like, wow, I really need to speak to this woman. I feel the energy. I feel horny. I feel attracted. I feel a desire. And then you'll at least have a discussion with her. So number one, it takes that incentive away. So now you don't. You just go into mind movies and you feel bad afterwards that you didn't approach her. Or number two, you do approach her, but now you come with this energy. Or even before you approach her, she walks past and behind, look at her bum, but you look at it all in a sly way, and that she can feel that energy, as opposed to looking her straight in the face when she comes to you and smiling at her, but with admiration. I tell you now, 99.9% of women, when you actually just do that with them, are super open. And you actually just say, you can even say, well, I think you're beautiful. That energy they would love. There's the other energy that they hate and that they always talk about the predators in men. And that predator energy comes from that watching the porn. Um, so that's just one practical aspect, that would affect your life in meeting real women out there.